Thanks for coming out and hanging with us. This is our first tune-a-thon that we're doing because normally we would be hanging out in the basement of the Crown Plaza Hotel in Plymouth at the Minnesota Bluegrass and Old Time Music Association winter weekend. But we really just wanted to have a chance to learn some tunes and check in with each other. So we are doing this virtually this year. So thank you for joining in on this effort. So today what we're going to do is we're going to watch a number of online fiddle tune videos that were put together by Fiddlers, commissioned by the Minnesota State Fiddle Association. It's been a great opportunity for us to be able to support local musicians during this time and for all of us to be able to get some great instruction. So we certainly hope you appreciate our series today. Now basically you're going to be able to watch each one in order. Because this is YouTube, you're going to be able to stop them if you need to. You're going to be able to go back to them if you want. You can, in the future, you can slow them down. And after the winter weekend, I am going to be posting each one of these individually. So if you have a favorite tune that you want to go back to, you're going to be able to go just to that one. All you need to do is check into the MSFA Fiddlers YouTube channel and feel free to subscribe. We have a lot of other videos that we put up as well that you might enjoy. Now, the reason that we're able to do all of this is because of the members of the Minnesota State Fiddlers Association, and we really appreciate all of you. At the end of each year, we ask you to renew your membership, and a number of you add in an extra donation, and that's the kind of support that we need to be able to hire fiddlers, to put on lessons, to be able to develop a community of fiddlers in the Upper Midwest, and we really do appreciate all your support. So thank you for your support so that we can do what we're doing today and have been doing since the quarantine started back in March. So thank you so much for all of your support. I always love it when we have a Pop Wagner sighting. He's been a fixture in the old-time community in the Twin Cities for a long time. You often see him with Bob Bovey, especially hanging out at the Lanesboro Bluff Country Gathering. Hopefully they get together again next year. He's going to teach us the tune, My Little Darling.
Well, hi folks. The tune I'm going to show you here is called Oh My Little Darling. And Mike Seeger recorded this on the banjo on a 1962 release from his first solo album on the Folkways label. Mike got it from a 1939 Lomax field recording of a fella named Thaddeus C. Willingham, a banjo player from Gulfport, Mississippi. Now, I learned the tune in 1978 or 1979 from Carol Martin from Seattle, who played it on the mandolin. It was a common dance tune on the West Coast in those days. When I first learned the tune, I played it in standard tuning, but I've come to prefer the A tuning, which is where you take the low G and the D and tune them each up a full step, so you get A, E, A, E. Here's how it goes. Oh My Little Darling. Now I'll break it down into parts. I'll just play a little phrase and you can play it after me. Here's the A part. Let's try that again. Next phrase. Again. Shall we try tying those two together? One more time, those two phrases. The third line goes like this. Once more. And the last line. Once more. Let's tie those two together. Now the whole first part. All right, let's do that one more time, the whole first part. And the B part goes like this. It's basically just two phrases, each one repeated. Once more. Now let's tie those two together. Once again. And then we do that first phrase again and end with the last phrase of the A part. So here is the whole B part. Now, shall we try the whole tune? A part and B part. Kind of nice and slow here. Added something there. Then you can shift over to the lower strings and play it all except that first low note. You just play the second one twice. Oh, my little darling. There you go.
Now this is actually the second round of online tune learning videos that we've done. We did our first round last summer, and so feel free to check out our video. We've done detailed videos of a number of other fiddle tunes that you are going to, I'm sure, enjoy learning. We've got the sheet music, links to the sheet music for you. I also did a sampler video so that you can just go through the video and listen to each one of the tunes and decide which one you like and which one you want to learn, what instructor, seems to really jump out at you. So feel free to check out our online tune learning playlist on our YouTube channel and check out some of the other tunes that you might have missed earlier this summer. Well, if you're still grumpy about not being able to hang out at Winter Weekend, think of this. You did not have to park a mile away and haul your instrument all the way here to be able to take this online lesson. However, if you want the full experience, by all means, go hop in your car, drive on down, walk on back, and you're just going to feel like you're right at the Crowne Plaza. AJ's another fiddler that has been hanging out with us since he first arrived in the Twin Cities, and we always love it when he does. He did a Missouri tune for us earlier this year, and he's picked another one. This is a Cyril Stinnett tune that he's learned, and we called Hooker's Hornpipe.
Hey everybody, I'm AJ Srubas, and today we're going to look at a tune called Hooker's Hornpipe. I first learned this tune from Chirps Smith, a great fiddler down in Wisconsin, but recently I've been kind of reworking it to play a little bit more like Cyril Stinnett. Cyril Stinnett is just one of my all-time favorite fiddlers. He was from Northwest Missouri, and he played regular fiddle but left-handed. And Cyril was a really great, powerful, clean fiddler. He played just really crisp, nice versions of tunes, and he won the Weezer National Championship back in the 60s. So he's really just worth checking out. There's a lot of recordings of him out there. Just a quick note, I'm not going to break down the bowing of each phrase as we learn this tune. I'm just going to play it, and I'll break down the notes, and then at the end I'll talk about a few concepts that I use for my bowing in this tune to try to make it sound what I think sounds like Cyril Stinnett, but I never got to meet him, and the few videos that exist of him, he plays everything left-handed, so it's really kind of hard to tell exactly how he bows particular passages. So anyway, we'll just talk about some ideas at the end of the tune, but I'll play it first. Hooker's Hornpipe. Alright, so we'll break down each phrase just little bit by little bit and start at the very beginning. The first phrase goes like this. I'll do that again. Starts on our open E string, those are the pickup notes, walks up to our second finger G. One more time. And then the second phrase. Again. One more time, the second phrase. And then the third phrase is a lot like the first phrase. Again. One more time. And then the last phrase. One more. Yeah. So that's the whole A part. I'll play it once through really slow. Do that one more time. Now we'll break down the B part just the same way. It starts on our open D as our pickup note and goes up to our third finger. I'll do that all again. One more time. Okay, and then the second phrase starts on our third finger on our A string, D. Again. One more. The third phrase, just kind of like the beginning of the B part again. Just with that last note being a little different, you're going to go up to your A. So we'll do that again. This is the third phrase of the B part. One more. And then the final phrase. That's the last phrase. It starts up on your fourth finger on your E string, a B note. One more time. Now I'll play the whole B part through. Again. Okay, so that's Hooker's Hornpipe. Now let's just talk about the bowing real quick. Again, I'm not totally sure what Cyril was doing. I never met him, and it's really hard to see on the videos of him that exist. So this is kind of my own style of bowing, and I end up varying what I do pretty often, even within the tune, so I'm not always putting the same slurs or the same bowings in the same spots. But I oftentimes use this concept where I'm bowing 3 notes in a row on an up bow. And this could happen kind of anywhere within the measure. And I mean 3 notes, it's actually just a beat and a half, depending on how you count the measure. But so if you were playing a quarter note, it could be an eighth note and a quarter note, or 3 eighth notes. So a couple spots just to show you as an example. I slur into the first beat on a 3-note slur, but this is a down. So there's one. Another trick I like to use, I put this 3-note slur across the measure line, so it'd be like the whole measure would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So you're getting an up bow on beat 1 of the next measure. I do that, and let's see, in the B part, there's a good spot for it. Put them anywhere, really. But the concept is you're just taking 3 notes in a row and slurring up. And just mess with different places in the measure to put that. But you just have to mess with it and find kind of what works for you, and listen to Cyril Stinnett a bunch and see if you can mimic it. So anyway, that's Hooker's Hornpipe, and I hope you enjoy it.
So yeah, I guess I'm kind of bummed that I don't get to hang out at the Crown Plaza, but honestly, right now is about the time that I'd be standing in a long line trying to get a $5 hot dog. So, I don't know, maybe hanging out at home has got its advantages. If you're liking what you're hearing, subscribe to our channel. It's probably a button up here somewhere. And make sure you comment down below. We love to hear from you. We always love it when Eric Christopher comes to hang out with us. He was one of the first fiddlers from St. Paul who came and hung out with us slow jammers and taught us a tune. And we've spent a lot of time at his various workshops. He's with the High 48s that runs the Grass Seeds and at the Mabatma Winter Weekend. So normally we don't get to see him at Winter Weekend. He's too busy. But he's come and done some other sessions. He did another online tune learning session for us earlier this year. So we appreciate that he's back again, and he's teaching us the tune Lafayette. Now, I know a lot of you are disappointed that we're not hanging out at the Crown Plaza. You know, online is not the same as being able to see your favorite friends and favorite musicians and hang out and jam with them. But you know, think of it this way: at least now that you've listened you've taken a couple of tune lessons, you're not looking at your program trying to figure out where in the hotel you're supposed to go to next. So now, if it makes you feel more comfortable, feel free to get up and wander around aimlessly in your house trying to figure out where you're supposed to be, and then come on back and join us for the next tune. So some of you might wonder, how do you slow down some of these videos so that you can play them at your speed? I've posted a tutorial on the MSFA Fiddlers YouTube channel. So take a look at that video and it's going to show you what you need to do in YouTube. It's a simple function. You just got to find it, right? So it's a simple function. It will slow down the video for you. So you can listen to these tunes. If there's some that you want to go back and spend a little more time with, but you need a little bit slower than what you're hearing today, YouTube will do that for you. So check out that video and comment below and subscribe. Now we have a tune from Zack Kline. He is a fiddler and a teacher from Minneapolis. Last seen with the Young Fiddlers of Minnesota. Really appreciated all his work with teaching younger fiddlers in the area. He's going to be teaching us a tune called Geese, Honking, also known as Wild Goose Chase.
Welcome to the teaching video for Geese, Honking. It's a great old-time tune I got from Bob Carlin. So now we'll go through step by step. It begins with low G string to a high G and slur to an A, and then I like to lift the bow off. You can try that. Ready, go. And you can get used to what to do with the bow. I like to come to the middle, lift, and come back to the frag, because of course we want to land at the frag and not in the middle where it's bouncy. We can add 3 notes one more time. Let's do the next measure from the note we stopped on. Ready, go. And we'll add to that. I'll try to get where you can see the fingers a little better. We'll do that once more. Ready, go. Let's put that with the first measure and it sounds like this. Then after that, we get a little bit. Let's actually play that whole thing and then it repeats the first thing. So here's what we know. Ready, go. Oops, and I did that extra note, which leads into that beginning figure again. So you can hear it just ends different. It ends with actually the same 3 notes, but then going downwards. Let's do the new bit. It's B. So B, A, G, E, D, B, A, G. One more time. Ready, go. Now we'll put that with what comes before, which is like the beginning. Let's do that again. Ready, go. You notice the bow strokes I like to use are pretty short to get a nice kind of defined sound. That's something I really like to do a lot. I've realized through teaching I really like that sound. So now we know all the pieces of the A part. Let's put the A part together and then it repeats twice. So let's just go ahead and do the A part twice. 1, 2, ready, go. Oops, I forgot it's different at the end of the A part. So the last ending thing was ready, try that. One more time, ready, go. And so that fits in at basically the fourth phrase of the A part. So that's the whole A part. Now we'll go on to the B part. We have, starting on the note we stopped on, it ends with that. Then the B part starts here. And this, I should mention, if you may have noticed, is a pentatonic tune. There's no C's. I believe there's no F sharps, so it's completely pentatonic. Sometimes you have mostly pentatonic tunes. I think this one is actually completely pentatonic. We'll do the same lifting of the bow there. So try that. 5 notes. Ready, go. We're going to add what comes after that I like to do a 3-note slur. So we'll add that. Ready, go. Let's add a couple notes after that. So that is kind of a 3-note pattern that goes twice, and then to finish up the measure, there's a couple more notes we need to add. But let's get that much first. Ready, go. We need 2 more notes to make a whole measure. Because this phrase starts actually on beat 4 of the measure before. So with that pickup, that gives us the right number of notes. So we added an E and B at the end. So let's do all of that I just played. Ready, go. So what we have of the B part so far is now we're going to start with that first phrase of B again and end different. Let's go over the part that's new. So from the E, and hopefully you can see fairly easily what string I'm playing and hear it. Let's do that once more. Ready, go. And I think the B part repeats twice the same way. Here's the whole B part. it doesn't have that surprise that the A part has, where the last phrase is different. This is just two phrases that repeat the same. So that is your B part. And then let's go through the whole tune at medium speed. And I think what's hard about this tune is the string crossings when they go fast, once you get it to medium speed. Although I like to play this tune not lightning speed. Some people do it really fast. Maybe the people who call it by the alternate title of Wild Goose Chase. But here's the whole tune at a medium speed for practice. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice I like the lifts and kind of crashing down. We can talk about that just a little bit. You want to land in a relaxed way because it's automatically going to be a strong note just by letting your arm kind of fall. You actually don't want to let your arm even fall too fast. So it actually feels fairly gentle in your arm, but the sound is pretty firm. And so that's one technique to work on, and I use that in all kinds of other places, in other fiddle tunes. I love the sound of coming down from, we call it from the air. Now, the other thing is the string crossings, thinking about that. You'll want to use small bows. Using any kind of large bows is just going to make that really hard. We'd be just kind of just moving all over the place. It's much easier to cut those down as much as you can. But there's a couple of places where you can... I'll try to move where you can see my arm. Because you only go to E for one note and then back to A, it's really better to move only your forearm. Because if you were to move your whole arm for that string crossing, it's a bit awkward and it's hard to do it fast. So anytime you have a single note string crossing back to the original string, just try to use your forearm. It's a nice little bow circle that your hand makes. So try to do it from the forearm and not from the shoulder. That really helps for speed too. I think that's about all I have for style. If you want to play it in B flat, of course, that's what the recording is in. I've transposed it to G because, of course, it's a little easier. But the B flat, lets you do that nice double stop at the bottom note. So that is an added challenge you could add later, but I think the place to start is G. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy the tune. And I've summarized a lot of the technique in the lesson notes on my teaching website. If you're not on the teaching website, ZackKline.com, you can see some. I just wrote those out in text too. Thanks a lot.
Well, I hope you guys are all having a great time learning all these tunes. Obviously, now that you've seen our channel, you're going to see that there's a lot of videos there. Now, a lot of those are thanks to Walter Sigtermans. He was very involved in the Elmo Wick project. And Elmo Wick was a collector of fiddle tunes from central Minnesota, and he passed on, before he passed on his written collection of tunes. So we've got boxes of these great tunes. So Walter's been working really hard to transcribe a lot of them. You probably remember that back in 2016 we did release a book, but we had enough for volume 2. So he's been working on volume 2. Volunteers have been learning the tunes and posting them on YouTube, and Walter's been working with Scott Gamble on doing the transcriptions of the tunes and posting them for folks. So check out our Elmo Wick Volume 2, or EW2 we call it, online tune list. There are a wonderful array of great tunes from central Minnesota that you may not have heard from, some great heritage tunes. So check that out and subscribe. Wow, you made it. Congratulations. You got through all the tunes. So don't go away, though. This is your chance. Kind of take your little break, have yourself a lunch, just like you would if you're at winter weekend. We've got some other things coming up for you. At 1:30, we're going to be having a workshop on African and Indigenous influences in old-time music. David and Suzanne Reese have put together a nice program for us. And this is a great opportunity. You know, this past year, we've really been thinking about the fact that we need to have much more diversity in our lives and really thinking about other people and other cultures' perspectives on what we do. And in the old-time community, we need to think about what are all the other cultural influences that have brought us to where we are today. So this is going to be a great conversation. I think you're really going to enjoy it. And now if you do miss it, we will be putting that on our YouTube channel. So if you need to run off and do something, feel free to check back to this YouTube channel because you're going to be able to see that session. Then after that, Walter Sigdermans and I are going to put on a Zoom jam. And if you've done a Zoom jam, you know you love them. They're not the same. No one is even pretending that they are. But we're going to be doing a Zoom jam. If you haven't done one, you're going to love ours. Let me tell you, we make them fun and entertaining. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing tunes that you most likely would hear if you were walking around the Crown Plaza for either the winter weekend or the fall jam, or if you were hanging out at the summer festival. These are it's an eclectic combination, a collection of tunes that we put together, but that Rob Ross actually has collected and put together, and that we basically is a nice group of tunes. If you have hung out at any of the jams in Mabatma, you're going to be able to find a tune that you're going to be able to play along with. So the cool thing about the Zoom jam is that we're going to give you a tune book with the chords. You're going to be able to follow along. You're not going to be able to hear the other people play. Here's the cool thing. They're not going to be able to hear you play either. So you can do whatever you like at whatever speed you like. But it's also a really great reference. So if you've been one of those people who would have loved to hang out and do more jamming, but you just don't know the tunes, you're a little afraid to join in, here's your opportunity to develop a repertoire so that you can feel much more comfortable going into the various festivals and hanging out a lot of jams, because these are the tunes that you're going to hear a lot of folks playing. So do feel free to come and join us at 3 o'clock for the Zoom jam. And at the end, we're going to have a concert just like any other, great festival. Clawhammer Mike put together a really nice program with the Mabatma old time member bands back in October, and he's going to replay that for us on Facebook. So you just need to go to the Upper Midwest Old Timey Listening page and on Facebook and enjoy the concert. Man, those bands really did a nice job. So we really appreciate Clawhammer putting that together. And appreciating him replaying it for us. So at any rate, enjoy the rest of your We Can't Bear to Miss Winter Weekend virtual event. And again, if you need to miss anything, we're going to be putting it on our YouTube channel. Enjoy.